Hey guys, this is Jess from Curse here, and I'm standing at PAX East 2013 at the Bethesda booth, and I've got Ricardo and Seth here from Bethesda. They're going to tell me a little bit about the new DLC upcoming for Dishonored. So, first of all guys, I got to be honest with you, I actually didn't get a chance to play Dishonored. So, can you just tell me what's going to be really special about the DLC that's going to make me want to go back and play the original game?
Okay, so in the original game, you played Corvo and Doubt, who was the bodyguard of the Empress. And at the very beginning of that game, the Empress died. This assassin showed up and killed her. You took the blame as Corvo. And so in the DLC, we're letting you play that assassin who actually did kill the Empress. You played Doubt. And it's interesting because Doubt is kind of like Corvo, but he's sort of the flip side. He's the other side of the coin. So this DLC is about seeing things through Doubt's eyes and playing through his perspective.
Great, all right. Did you have anything to add to that?
Only that Doubt's story is in parallel with Corvo's story.
Okay.
So throughout Doubt's campaign, you'll hear about events that are happening to Corvo that you would be experiencing in the main game. So if you play the DLC first and then you go back and play the main game, you'll be like, oh, this is that thing I heard about when I was Doubt.
Oh, so you actually can play it out of sequence. You can play the DLC campaign and then the original game?
If you wanted to. I mean, I suspect that most of the people who are going to play the DLC have played the game and they're buying the DLC because they're fans of the game, and so they will appreciate all of the connections that you can discover between the original story and this story that runs parallel to it.
Okay, great. Also, I heard something about a new game system that you're adding with the DLC. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Yeah, so we wanted to make sure that Doubt didn't feel too much like Corvo. We wanted to make sure that Doubt felt like Doubt. And so Doubt has, like when Doubt, for instance, when Doubt teleports, he teleports like in all directions, whereas Corvo tends to always go forward. So we do this thing now when you're holding Blink, his version of Blink, the world freezes, so you have time to like reorient and like turn around.
Oh.
So you can do things like turn corners and do 180s with Blink. Also, Corvo had like a handheld crossbow, but Doubt has a wrist-mounted crossbow that's concealed.
Okay.
And he can shoot explosive bolts, and he has a new grenade type called Choke Dust, which temporarily stuns enemies and is great for escaping. And finally, he has our favorite darling new gadget. It's called the Arc Mine, and it's like a very lethal trap that you place that electrocutes and vaporizes its target.
Oh, wow.
And there's also a non-lethal version, so we're trying to offer more non-lethal versions for Doubt as well.
That's great. So there really is difference. It's not going to be just, same story, new skin type thing.
Yeah, one of the big things with Doubt, one of the important themes is that he's the leader of a gang of assassins.
Okay.
And so he has powers that are related to that. Like one of his powers allows him to summon an assassin to help him fight. He has another power called Arcane Bond, which lets him share his powers with his assassins. So if you decide to upgrade Doubt by buying the power that gives you makes you tougher, then all of your assassins also get tougher because of his Arcane Bond power.
Okay. Great. Well, and then my one last question was, I noticed in the original game, a lot of characters were bald, and they were the evil guys. What do you guys have to say about that?
Yeah, this DLC comes with new and improved villains that have hair this time. So yeah.
Oh, nice new feature.
Right.
All right, and when can we expect this DLC to come out?
April 16th.
Great. All right, well, thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure talking with you. Once again, I'm Jess with Curse. We're here at PAX East 2013, and this coverage has been brought to you by Alienware, makers of the most powerful gaming systems in the universe. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the game.